Game of Thrones, spoilers, cause Rhaegar the Dragon is dead, he is dead, holy shit, he died. Missandei is also dead, got her head chopped off by the mountain. C.L. Dracarys as her last one,
Freddie Mercury.
Holy crap, I don't think I ever got that high, damn.
I'm proud of you. Hey guys, welcome to the, what episode is this, fourth?
Yeah.
Fourth episode of the Fake Nerds Watch?
Fake Nerds Watch, yes.
Hey guys, I like this episode, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I was freaking out for a week, you guys, I'm going to be honest.
Ben Magnet.
That's me.
Ben Magnet.
And Ryan Iliopolis.
Sparkz
Witty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm great with the intro.
Before we go
Hold up. So, Ryan of House Iliopolis, the walls of stone shall be tall and never fall.
Oh, thank you.
Sparkz Witty, the House of Thunder.
Oh.
Why am I not of House Witty?
Sparkz of House Witty.
He's a clever girl.
Your sigilless thunder. May the thunder always rolls. And
you are House Magnets.
I am Ben of House Magnets.
Where people are always attracted to you.
I freaking wish.
Yeah.
Speaking
of attraction.
You got your lady.
I have my lady.
Okay, so before we get too far into this episode, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the last episode.
Yes.
Because I feel like we were really deeply negative.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it's all unwarranted.
Yes.
But I do want to say that I spent some time watching the 40 minutes
Behind
making this
the
episode
scenes.
and everything. And I will acknowledge that I think the episode itself is a feat.
Yes.
Yes.
And it 100%, they did a lot of hard work.
Technically, I have no problems with it. That's not my problem.
Well, you do.
Well, sorry, you're right. I'm wrong. No, go ahead.
You have a technical problem, and I agree with it in the post-production of the lighting. And I thought somebody made a really good point about this, where they said that what probably happened, and this is just they described it as a perfect storm of compression rates and the issues, is that they went for dark, but they checked it in the HBO in-house system, which is probably a better system than your average home studio entertainment.
Yes.
And they didn't do any outside checks to make sure that this would still read on more basic platforms and things like that. So if you have high-end equipment,
it's gonna look great.
It's not so bad.
Yeah.
It's dark, but it's purposeful, and you're seeing the things you're supposed
utilizing
to see.
those high.
But if you're on a lower
an
spectrum
HD television set and you're watching HBO on the highest HD,
and even then you've
get.
got your prime settings. The thing is it just seems very likely. Nobody said this is absolutely true, but it does seem very likely. They did not take it out of house to check what it looked like.
Whoops.
And that caused a lot of these problems with confusion and darkness and all that. And I think that's a bummer because I'm sure artistically the choices probably looked very sound to their eyes when making it.
Yeah. It's almost like you're shooting an entire movie on IMAX, so that's when you see it. You don't take into account it's still gonna look good on a TV,
right?
But it's not gonna look the same as intended.
And I just wanted to point out that I stand by my problems with narratively and how confusing the battle was in those instances, but I don't mean to take away from the impressiveness of the scale of what they went for.
Yeah.
And also the whole not a lot of major characters died.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's another thing. A lot of people were
change...
saying that major characters didn't die. Maybe the biggest one was Ser Jorah.
Yeah.
That he was the biggest one. The most badass one, we can all agree on, was Lyanna fucking Mormont.
Yeah.
Taking down that giant with a
I have a soft spot for Beric Dondarrion with the flaming sword.
Yeah.
Getting stabbed 100 times in the back. I made the joke, it's like the Hodor moment, but he's the door.
Right.
What do you say, hold the hole?
You said hold the hall.
Hold the hall.
That was you.
Yeah,
that was you.
How do you Hodor
hold the
it?
hall?
Yeah.
Because he's just in the hall.
He did. He held it.
So still good moments, but
yes,
I still was negative on that episode.
No, and I feel warranted, but in looking back at it, I was like, okay, there were nice things. I don't think we said enough of them.
That's true.
We definitely didn't talk about the impressive scale of the accomplishment.
The Thraki army thing was really neat and cool.
Yes, but I mean the impressive scale of the building of the trenches and things like that. Not that we would have gotten into massive detail, but it is an impressive episode. It's unfortunate that narratives surrounding it and things like that don't meet its quality of the work put into it. But they did do a lot of good work.
I agree.
Yeah.
So anyway, this episode,
The Last of the Starks.
Yes.
Episode.
Yes.
That's
Good
the
name.
title for
Good
episode
name.
4, which I like a lot. And ooh boy.
I think
so.
Go ahead.
They're celebrating. First we had the very sad and funeral, the sad funeral scene, which I forget, it was either you or you, I think it was you, who said that if there was a lot more bigger character deaths, because obviously, Jon Snow, he's given this great speech. I was kind of hoping he would say now the watch has ended, which he did.
That would have been nice.
But yeah, they're not all Night's Watch.
Yeah.
But
I feel like once you fight the White Walkers, like they've come
Yeah,
through the wall,
yeah.
You're an
are
honorary.
Night's Watch.
You're all
Yeah.
Night's
It's like being an Avenger. Like
It's
you're
like-
an honorary
it's like
Avenger.
when
Yeah,
Tor-
you're an
It's
Avenger.
like what a Tormund said at the end of one of the episodes when he said, "Hey, go to Eastwatch." He's like, "We're the Night's Watch now."
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like messing with them.
Yeah,
So it's a party after the end of the world. Everyone's getting hammered.
They do a really cool. I like the pirate scene.
Oh, pirate stuff,
Like
right.
it opens on Daenerys like finally kissing Ser Jorah on the cheek or on the forehead, as like I'm gonna miss you, dear friend.
Yeah.
It's sad. And Jon is over, and Sansa's crying over Theon. She gives him a Stark pin.
That was sweet.
That was really nice on his Kirkus, or whatever, or his breastplate. Excuse me. And Jon is over Lady Lyanna, Lyanna Mormont, because I like that each one was over a body that was
That meant a
meaningful-
little something to
That
them.
meant something to them.
Yeah.
Like for Lyanna, she was kind of like iffy, but then she's like, "No, I trust Jon Snow.
Yeah.
I trust Jon Snow to be king of the North. He's Mike." She was the first one to bend the knee to him and to make him king of the North.
All 4'10" of her stood up. She's like, "I'm with you, boy."
Oh,
like
man,
you're pretty cool.
She
Yeah.
was great.
Uh,
I'm good with this.
Yeah, I made the crack that like I feel for this more. I felt it was going a little long.
Yeah.
Having the party scene after I now look back and I'm like, you know what, that's fine because we needed an acknowledgement of how many people were lost and they're clearly like going in the like celebrate that we're alive direction and
I
so
like
good.
how at first it wasn't a celebratory. It was very somber.
Oh yeah.
Because after the cut with the pyres burning, and
They had to all get a little more drunk.
yeah. But they're all just like quiet, they're talking and blah blah blah. Gendry gets up, he's looking for Arya. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Link.
Yeah.
And then Daenerys calls him out, and the entire hall shuts up.
Yeah, everyone's like, "What's going on?"
They're all like, "Oh no!" And she's like,
You're a Baratheon.
You're-
you know what your
Oh,
father
dude,
did,
just
and it's
calling
like,
him.
"Yeah." She's like, "You're Robert Baratheon's son." He's like,
Yeah.
"Best?" He's like,
I'm sorry.
yeah?
Don't kill me, please.
Yeah." And she's like, "You know what your father did to me?" He's like, "I didn't even know he was my dad till after he was dead."
Yeah.
He's dead. Who's the Lord of Storm's End now? And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, at first
you're
I was
gonna
like,
do the thing? You're gonna do the thing?
I
hope you're gonna do the thing.
I'm glad that because I want everyone to be friends.
Yeah.
But so like I fully expected Dany's like, is she just gonna like murder this guy
No.
and be like,
He
you guys
thought-
need to swear
I
to
didn't
me?
think she would, but I think I could see her like spot on have been doing the like, well, swear fealty to me right
Yeah,
here,
or something
which wouldn't
like
have been
that.
an issue because I'm sure he would have,
Well,
but
he
everybody
does-
would have been like,
I think he already did because he does call her Your Grace.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because she's like, Gendry, right? That's your name? He's like, yeah, Gendry, Your Grace.
I'm just glad that like it didn't turn into like negative stuff. Like she's
Right,
like,
yeah.
oh well, I guess you're pretty cool. You helped us. Like, why don't you be the lord of your place? And he's like, what?
but it's also
Yeah.
there's a two-facedness to it because it's later shown that she very much kind of did it
Yeah.
in her own self-interest
It's
more
smart.
than like
She said,
more than like sincerely
Yeah.
being like, I'll do this for him.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like this was on a level always present that Dany was very much kind of I believe my own hype,
yes,
Yeah.
and I get very sucked into that.
Even Varys said that, or Tyrion. He's like, she walked out.
You just thought I am the hype, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I just want freaking a clip from DBZA with Vegeta where Josh is like, "Do you believe your own hype? I am the hype."
Good lord.
Because he
Yes. I knew why he was laughing. But I think there is an amount of Dany having done that throughout the show. But this feels like a very
She's thinking of the
abrupt-
future.
There's a very abrupt heel turn of like we need to get to the point of people not trusting her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's happening rapidly.
That again, and that is the problem. And I think a lot of people agree the last season, a lot of things happened really quickly.
Yeah.
It's an accelerated season, and this season has six episodes, right? We have
6
two. We have
episodes.
2 left. Like,
2 left.
and we'll bring it exactly. We'll bring it up later with other things, but like
Yes.
with characters leaving. But I'm like, it's the end of the show.
No, yeah.
I don't want them to. I don't want it to wrap up this fast either. But like, it's got to happen.
It's what we got.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, of problems, that's not that big.
Yeah.
Uh,
Gossip Girl is my problem.
So was that whole like dinner scene or the whole let's get drunk? All right, because there are parts of like Gendry becoming Gendry Baratheon. Because one of the things I was wondering about, because like as Game of Thrones opens, the 7 seasons up to this, the crown was the lion for the Lannisters, the dragon for the Targaryens, the Starks, the
Stark
for the
stags.
Starks, and the stag for the Baratheon.
Oh, sorry.
But there hasn't been a true Baratheon since Stannis, and he dead.
Yeah, my favorite
And then
Baratheon.
Gendry, and of course even his like when people like fly their banners of like the stag of House Baratheon, like Stannis was like, no, I'm gonna have mine in a flaming heart because F all y'all.
I like a
And
fire lady.
I felt like there wasn't a true Baratheon.
There hasn't been.
Like Renly. Renly was a true Baratheon.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, Stannis was a true Baratheon, but he was like all into the Lord of Light and that jazz. So having Gendry being Lord of Storm's End and taking his father's name.
I feel bad for Gendry, though.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he
yeah.
adopted the Baratheon name,
Yeah.
he inherited all of the problems that
All
are
the
going to now
problems
come with
Storm's
that.
End.
And I'm like,
Oh.
of course, like, Dany doesn't care, like, because she sees he's a good guy, but, like,
Well,
just the name Baratheon has a lot of problems for a
Yeah.
lot of people. And I'm like,
Which,
the show's
but I
ending-
think that also on a level only really matters with who wins the last war.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what it sets up potentially really cool stuff that we're not going to see because the show's ending.
I'm
But
actually-
I mean, like, I like the setup of, like, oh, man, Baratheons are back. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous as when Gendry. I wonder if the last episode we're going to see Gendry at Storm's End.
Probably.
And he's going to be like, yeah.
We'll see if he even survives.
I don't know if
Hopefully.
we'll necessarily see him at Storm's End, but I think we'll see him like in the court
Yeah.
as the Lord of Storm's End.
Yeah.
You
He'll wear, like, a cool little crown.
During the
Um,
during the coronation, well, lords don't wear crowns, but
Oh.
during the coronation of whomever the new ruler
For
is.
sure. I think that the idea of that character who had been cast aside by his father and hidden, and then he's been a good man.
Yeah.
Sounds like Jon.
He's a good lord.
Yeah.
Like he'll be a good lord. He's a
would.
good person.
Yes.
And
That's
that's
good.
cool. I'm happy about that.
Also, he'll definitely be a good lord because he worked at King's Landing in the Street of Steel.
Yeah, he's a blacksmith.
He was in Flea Bottom. He was the lowest of the low.
He
So
was.
now he was risen to this great high. He's not going to be a dick lord.
Started from the
He's
bottom.
not going to be one of those highborns who's been highborn their entire life. He's like, oh, look at me. I'm
a
all
highborn.
rich.
He
I'm
has a
all
lot-
rich, and I look down on the poor. He's going to be like, he'll probably be that one lord who's going to go to the local tavern, Storm's End, and be like, what's up?
Yeah, he
First round's on
has
me.
he has a lot in common with Davos.
Yeah.
Oh, see what
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Davos lives, that he'll be
his hand or something.
His
Well,
So
you
second.
So you
like,
seem
I
see
would
happy.
I would say just like he'll have a place at Storm's End.
Let's see,
I
let's see if Davos survives.
I hope he does.
No, yeah.
So
But
you're
I
saying
think
happy, but-
I think of the characters that are present, he's very, very close to Gendry. He cares
Yeah.
quite a lot about him. He is the first person to do the
He's-
cheers for
Hell yeah.
him. So.
Gendry is Sir Davos looks at Gendry kind of like as a father figure, or he is his son. Because I mean, we know that
He feels he did a little bit wrong by his son.
Yeah.
And that Gendry's kind of a second opportunity to impart something good
Yeah,
to the
'cause
world through youth.
Davos, because Davos' son died at the Battle of Blackwater because Tyrion lit the wildfire and boosh.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
So I can definitely see.
Anyway, we've been on Gendry a long time.
hey,
and
Gendry's
I
he's
like
cool.
Gendry.
He's cool.
Oh no! Not only
Um,
that, because something else happens to Gendry. He becomes Lord of Storm's End, finds Arya, proposes to her, and gets shot down.
Denied. And I
Just-
saw it coming because like
Everybody saw it coming.
yeah, man. But it is really sweet, and you can tell like that boy like he had a great night. The end of the world didn't happen. He's like I'm gonna be a king. Arya,
He's gonna be a lord.
You wanna? You know what I mean? Like Arya, you wanna be my wife? And she's like, bro, what?
I think she let him down in the nicest way.
She
Arya
did.
She did,
can.
yeah.
So
She does kiss him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he goes in for a kiss. I'm thinking, ooh, dude, don't
she
do
really
that.
she really doesn't mean for it to be hurtful to him.
No.
It's just not the path she wants.
She
for
is
herself.
not a princess material
Right,
or anything
but-
like that.
As she later says in the episode, she very much plans to go to King's Landing and kill Cersei and doesn't expect to come back alive.
That's why
Yeah.
she goes hang out with a friend. We'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, but you're right. She does. As far as rejections go,
Yeah.
she straight up says, "Is like, look, you're gonna be a great lord. You're gonna have a lot of ladies are gonna want you, but that's not me.
Sorry.
I like having this sword and dagger at my belt, and also I like how being the hero of Winterfell has not gone to her head at all. She's like, I don't want to be. I saw my chance. I went. I took it. And I stabbed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a
Can
list.
we move on?
Yeah.
She has a list, and the Night King wasn't even on it.
Nope. A certain lady with the C and as the first letter of her name is on that list, and she is pissed off.
It feels like we'll talk about like who goes where, but it feels like there's gonna be like multiple characters out for Cersei in the next couple episodes.
I think everyone is out for Cersei.
So let's talk about Jon and Dany.
Yeah, I really like this stuff a lot.
They finally have time to
have the conversation,
talk about this now.
Yeah. Yep, they do.
And aunt nephew thing doesn't seem to bother them.
Doesn't bother Daenerys.
Yeah,
doesn't seem to bother Jon either.
Doesn't seem to bother Jon.
And like it, for the Winterfell stuff, like you brought up, like it's not normal for incest in Winterfell, and yes, like true. When you're in love, man, it's weird. Love's weird, dude.
I think at this point
they're so far gone now.
I think for Jon at this point, because he's seen dead people, he's seen people he has like people stabbed and then rise up when the Night King would shimmy.
Yeah.
Or would do his, like, come at me, bro. Yeah. Or come at me, crow.
Yeah.
When he would do that. Yeah. So I think for him, it's like, it's not like we're brother and sister. I mean, it's still messed up.
It's still not great. It's still not great.
It's still not great. It's still not great.
For me, honestly, I like that. Not that I'm condoning it, obviously, but I like that Dany is so not even... like, that's not her concern. No. It's really about, oh, you want my throne.
Yeah. And he has said he does not want it, which is good. Because I was saying, I was like, tell her you don't want it. Yeah. But also, what we were talking about last time, she doesn't care about it. It's like, you don't want it. That's good. That's not... You still have a claim to it, though, and that pisses me off.
The thing about that is because, like, even if Jon doesn't want it, if the people of Winterfell know, they're going to support him.
That's the point. It's like, it's not that... it's not the problem that Jon doesn't want it, and that's the truth. It's the fact that if he lets more people know... Yeah. Then, of course,
look at the way, like,
Sansa...
the conversation they have. Yeah, oh, geez, we'll talk about that. Look at the way, like, Tormund is like, he's the king of the North. He's the greatest man I've ever met. He deserves to be the king. And Dany's just like, oh, my God, what's going to happen?
She's watching a lot. She's kind of like that 1% at the party where, like, oh, I'm like the pop... Oh, well, I'm trying to get my analogy. Okay, so she's like the popular girl in school who was elected prom queen, but her date... and all of her friends are off elsewhere, talking about stuff and talking about the feats of someone else, and she's sitting there. It couldn't even be the
prom king. Like, she was prom queen, but nobody cares about her.
And she's just sitting there, like, I'm the queen, and no one is talking to me except, like, her one, like, super close best friend, and she's not even making great conversation with Varys.
Also, look out for a Starbucks cup.
Oh, shit.
Look out for a Starbucks cup.
Yeah,
fatal mistake.
There was a Starbucks cup in the... we didn't notice it until... Did you find it on Twitter?
Yeah, it was on Twitter. Some Redditor found it. But somebody was like, they definitely spelled her name wrong.
No, it's one of those things like in when in the Battle of the Bastards, when Jon goes on his horse to race towards Rickon, and you see his sword all flopping around like that. Or when Drogon's flying, his wing just like flies straight through a tree.
Yeah.
I think...
magic wings.
I think that there is a very... distinct line in the conversation between Jon and Dany where she says they'll find out, they'll want you to take the throne, and you'll take everything that rightfully belongs to me. And I think that's the most revealing line about her, because she says rightfully belongs to me in the same conversation as saying he has the proper claim to the throne. Which means she's already gone so far down the path of like, this is mine and meant for me. And no one should have the right to take it away from me.
And it makes sense.
She's talking like Viserys did back in season 1.
And I'm glad, because I think she is eventually she might not go mad, but I do think she's gonna go a little crazy.
I mean, hell, Varys even later says, I'm worried about her staying. This is later on in the episode.
The Varys Tyrion stuff's probably my favorite stuff in this episode.
Ooh, that was really
good. Stuff is like, because that's like Varys is so smart.
I don't think that Dany's destined for madness. I don't think that's what it is. I think that she has always been a character driven by her rage.
Okay, maybe not madness, but like, yes, like she's gonna take the throne no matter what. And like
ever since in season 1, where she got the upper hand on her brother, her rage and her wrath is what comes back. And that will always ultimately define her choices.
Like when she killed the woman who was supposed to heal Khal Drogo, and she's like, "Yeah, you asked for life. I gave you."
Every choice, even though she's trying to do good things, every choice she's ever made on her path has always come at a point of, if I'm pushed too far, I will take wrath and vengeance out.
Yeah.
It's always just seething right underneath whatever she's doing.
Yeah.
It's always
Jon's
there.
tempered. She is definitely not.
Yeah.
She is ill-tempered.
And so I think that's just very clear. That's how it's going to be. And they have done everything possible in this episode to unleash that side of her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's her worst side. She just doesn't have control of that to rein herself in.
In a way, I do feel bad for her because she did she whether she's the rightful queen or not, she's like the queen now. And so many people support her. She did come and help. She saved the world. She really did help save the world.
She did.
So
like even Arya says in the Godswood.
Yeah,
the
Arya even defends
her.
Like, that's
hey,
cool.
I respect her, and then Sansa's like, you respect her because Sansa's just being that.
We'll get into Sansa.
Yeah, we'll get into Sansa.
Yeah, we'll save that.
But Sansa's like, are you serious? And Arya's like, we needed that army.
Yeah. She didn't,
are you
stupid?
To
be clear, Arya didn't say that she respected her. She said she respected what Jon did.
Yeah, you're right.
To bow to her. She never said she respected her.
Because they needed the army. It's true.
Right, you're right.
So Dany's losing loyalty. She might be losing her lover. She's given up her entire life for this conquest, and it might just end abruptly because she's banging her uncle, niece, nephew. And I'm just like, I feel bad for her, but at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah, maybe Jon's still going to be a better ruler because you're a little crazy.
And I mean, that's the thing is like it's set.
And
up,
Varys sees it too.
It has been set up to push her to that point.
Yeah.
And it would be something to wonder that if she weren't shoved with the worst case decisions. Like Cersei is very good at poking the bear.
Very much.
And Dany's rage is a very big bear to poke.
Yeah.
So. Or dragon in this case.
Yeah.
Dragon. Oh, yeah, dragon.
Pod.
Can we talk about Pod real? Was it Pod?
Podrick?
Yeah, the ladies' man.
Podrick gets some ladies.
He gets multiple ladies.
Yeah,
that's what.
Because he's the best dick in Westeros.
He really is. It's just a background shot, and it's a really clever shot.
It's actually a really nice moment between Sansa and the Hound.
Yeah.
Because
that's right. That was sweet.
Like Tormund, Tormund, Jaime, Tyrion, and Brienne. The last 3 are all drinking together, and Podrick. The last 4 are all drinking together. Then Tormund shows up. He's trying to obviously hit on Brienne, fails, and Brienne of Tarth gets up and leaves. Jaime follows her,
as one does.
To be fair, Brienne leaves because Tyrion calls out that she's a virgin.
Oh yeah,
right in front of Jaime.
Right in front of Jaime.
God.
And then he goes to the Hound and starts talking to the Hound drunkily, and the Hound's just like, "Dude, get away!" And these wenches come and say like, "Hey, I'm not afraid of wildlings." And Tormund's like, all right,
I'll try it on.
Sure. Maybe you should be.
Yeah.
And then the sweet bar maiden goes and she's trying to be sweet to the Hound.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you don't know I could be
Hound's
nice.
not in for
And
that.
then the Hound pulls his best Odin. He's like, Harr! And I'm like, oh, Hound, she could have made
He grabs the pitcher of wine and is like, this is my drink.
And then Sansa shows up and it's like, she could have made you happy.
Yeah, and it's like,
right.
And I really like the conversation they had.
I forgot, honestly, it's been so long, I forgot that Sansa and the Hound have a relationship.
Except for that strong point that you pointed out, that people are getting upset about. Like, clearly coming from a man's perspective on Sansa's writing, and I'm like...
Sansa's been through a lot of shit. And
shit.
I understand where they were going with it. Maybe they shouldn't have wrote it this way, but saying like, yeah, I've been through a lot of shit, and I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be the person I am without it. And like,
right.
She's been through a lot of really heinous shit. Don't, it's written.
I mean, we could say she was raped.
She was raped multiple times. Beaten up,
and
forced into a marriage.
They have a character saying like, "I wouldn't be who I am without that," and so it kind of saying like it's better this way.
Yeah, it's like
rather than going with the Hound when she could have avoided all those things, and it's like
it would have been better if like maybe avoid that whole thing and say like to the Hound like, I know you did your best.
Yeah.
I just had a different route.
Yeah.
And we still would have got the same.
That was more the direction I thought that was going.
Yeah.
And I knew that
it was very blatant.
I knew it didn't sit well with me, and then you brought it up, and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think with a different script, I think the same scene could have worked with her struggle and her.
For sure.
But
still nice to bring those characters back together. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Also, I like when Sansa looks at him and says, "I'm not a little bird anymore."
That was so sweet.
That was what he called her back in King's Landing.
It's really great to see the Hound be so emotional when he's not being you know what I mean? He's emoting as much as he can. And man, this dude has such a big heart, but he's so scared to show it. Yeah. I love that so much.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sansa.
Okay, yeah. It turns into Gossip Girl this episode, and a little bit.
This episode did for me solidify that I have a problem with the way that Sansa has been written, because they're clearly going for a thing, and it's going to go this way, where Dany is going to go too far.
Yeah.
And Sansa's going to be the one who's like, Told you we never should have trusted him. And the problem with that is that nothing has been set up on Sansa's end to justify, up to this point, her distrust and dislike of Dany.
Jon and Tyrion both vouch for her. Sansa has seen the army she's brought. She's only been nice to Sansa, except when Sansa snaps at her. But she's the queen, right? So what are you going to do? We, as the audience, know that Dany has some problems. Sansa does not.
And they force every moment of possible interaction between them to be a point of conflict of Sansa, just like and even giving disapproval.
Even
face.
Tyrion calls even the writers out. I feel like why do you always have to make things difficult? Like you don't have to be your friend.
And that's the problem is that when he does, she doesn't have an answer.
Yeah,
it's only there for the conflict and for the inevitable. I told you.
And it's like it reminds me of the last season, like you brought up with Sansa and Arya.
With Sansa and Arya,
having
where even though it was
Littlefinger's
drama. As somebody pointed out, it's like Game of Thrones has never done a thing where like they hid the reality of something from you in order to make you buy into a drama that wasn't real.
Yeah.
And it's very both for Sansa and Arya, there's a lot of like this sense of we can't trust Dany, but it feels unfounded in any way.
It's artificial.
And neither of them both of them just keep, every time they bring it to Jon, it's always, we're your family. And that's the argument. And I'm like,
it's not enough.
That's not enough. You gotta actually have something concrete, a reason why you don't like Dany.
Yeah.
And you were right in saying that it would be stronger if they weren't sure of her, then grew to like her, and then were like, oh no, I see.
I should have trusted my instincts.
I see it. I should have. Yeah, that's a different thing than I just no.
Then
hard no disapproval the whole time, and it's like, yeah, but what is this based on?
Yeah,
it's a lot of strife out of nothing.
It kind of reminds me of back in my high school days. Just a little bit, where someone new just shows up and a bunch of the girls. I was a theater kid, so I was around a bunch of gossipy ladies. Sorry, ladies, you were watching this.
Gossip Girls.
Yeah, and there were times where
Blake Lively.
Then there were times where I will always remember when my senior year of high school when the girls were auditioning for the lead role, Maria. Just when they all were all in a row on stage and they were singing, and everyone else participating in those callbacks were staring at the one singing with just eyes of death.
Yeah, Dany is
Dany's kind of like that.
Yeah.
No, Sansa was like that. Like Dany was the one singing. Yeah. Sansa was the one waiting their turn, and Jon was over behind me, like leaning over to the other guys, and this literally happened. He leans over and says, "Okay, guys, I just want to let you know that I love you and I appreciate you, and I'm so glad we are not up there right now."
And Sansa's arc has very much been steeped in this, and it's no surprise that she's the one who says, "I swear," and then cut to later,
"Hey Tyrion, I got a secret."
Oh,
it's no surprise at all, and
it bums me out because I honestly like with how much Sansa has been through. I feel like she should be able to keep that secret. If Jon
Arya can,
if Jon really trusts his sister that much,
and that's the thing is like again, this goes back to like it's entirely this unfounded disapproval, dislike that you gave Sansa reasons, I'd be more for her. Like, hey, I think this about her. Yeah. I'm saying I think this about her. Okay, but I don't see that. And Sansa's like, okay.
I know.
And then Sansa's like, okay, but wait. Now I'm seeing this, and I know Jon can be king. There's validation here.
Yeah. I wish they would just.
But there's none of it.
Yeah,
it's.
And you know what's funny is like,
it's cheap shorthand.
Yeah, I know what Cersei. I know what Dany's capable of, and I still like her more than Sansa does. Like, that's weird to me. Like, I know what she's capable of and what she's probably going to do. But, Sansa literally has no reason to be so distasteful, so distrustful.
Sansa, I will defend Sansa a little bit in saying that, hey, we just fought the dead and barely got out alive.
Yeah, this woman saved us.
We should probably rest for maybe a fortnight. Yes.
No,
and then we'll go attack King's Landing.
It's a fine moment, but there is this, like...
Yeah, but there's this tension that both of them are like...
And it's been present this entire season.
Even when Dany's trying to be nice, Sansa's not reciprocating it. Yeah. And then that's why Tyrion is like, you gotta help us out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's this weird thing where Sansa just seems very against the idea
super stubborn
of the North being part of the Seven Kingdoms. And I'm like, okay, but... And she's pushing that idea... of like, I don't really want the North to bow to somebody in the South.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, Jon doesn't even want to be on the throne. You'd be the Lady of Winterfell.
Yeah,
She's like,
makes a good
well,
point.
I don't want that either. And it's like,
What do you want then?
What do you want, Sansa?
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she knows it. I think she just like, I just want my brother to be happy. He is happy. You're gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what she does, where she goes.
And
from
just
here.
keep a freaking secret, son. Like, so like when Sansa straight up says like, well, there's someone else, I'm like, you idiot.
Like no joke, like that entire scene, Sansa is like very calm and collected, but I made a joke, she's like Tyrion, I gotta tell you something.
Yeah,
It's like,
but
Sansa,
also not only that, Tyrion can see right through her. Is like,
Yeah.
Sansa, what's wrong?
she's a bad liar.
There are times where there are so many times that's happened in my life where I'm talking to someone I know and trust, and they have something they want to tell me, but they don't want to tell me. I just call them out. I was like, just tell me.
Your instincts, yeah.
Just stop it.
No,
Yeah.
it's a bummer because Sansa was not a character I liked very much in the beginning. I don't think a lot of people did because she was a brat.
Yeah.
And then she grew into a character I cared very much about. And
Uh-huh.
right now I'm like, I wanna be on
I
your
like
side.
who she's become,
I
but I
want to
don't...
be on your side, but
Yeah.
you're making it really hard.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna sound bad, but I really want to turn Sansa into a meme called "Sad Time Sansa."
Sad, yeah.
Well,
Debbie Downer.
because every time something has happened to Sansa,
She gives a side eye.
No. It was
Side-eye Moody.
from like seasons 1 to I want to say 6.
Yeah.
Like when she finally met her Aunt Lysa up at the Eyrie. I was like, oh cool, she's with family, she's safe. Nope. Aunt threatened to throw her out the moon doors 2 episodes in.
Her husband wants to bang her. Like, what do you expect?
Oh, she was gonna marry Sir Loras Tyrell and live in Highgarden? Nope, you're gonna marry Tyrion. I mean, granted, Tyrion is fine,
pretty cool.
but still, like every time something good was hopefully gonna happen, like, oh, I'm gonna marry a prince and become a queen.
Yeah.
Nope, that prince is a freaking psychopath.
Yeah, she's had a rough time. Yes.
Sad time Sansa.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be a thing that, like, it's a couple of characters I think even this season have called her out for being like, you might be one of the sharpest of us.
Yeah.
Like, she's the smartest. And I'm like, great. I need to have her, as the smartest of us, express through communication her reasons why she doesn't trust Dany.
Yeah.
So she can actually have people agree with her. Because right now it's just like Arya and Sansa are like, well, she's not a Stark.
And
it's
again,
like,
the one scene where Dany's like, we need to march, and she's like, we're exhausted, we need to take a break. That's like, that is the only scene in the last like season where I'm like, okay, I could see why she has a problem, but that's it. That is it.
That and that other
And that's
moment,
just-
like a couple episodes ago where she was like, we don't have food for blah Unsullied
dragon,
Dothraki, and what do dragons eat? Like, I get it, but that was also really passive aggressive, snipey. It's like they need to be here. Like, what are you doing? There's a big war.
Zombies, anyone?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, thank goodness.
Anyway, enough about Sansa.
So who's fucking?
Brienne and Jaime.
Yeah.
I
I am conflicted on it. At one, I am happy because I think the emotion that Gwendolyn Christie, I think she's really, really good.
I think she is too.
And like I really believe that she does love that boy, but they just did her dirty. Did her dirty.
Yeah,
she
so
got.
I will completely go back on what I said on I believe it was the second episode on the second rewatch.
Oh, that she's in love with
where
him?
I said that she wasn't, but yep, you're right.
Hard.
The second Jaime sat down, or they started drinking, and they started playing the game, I'm like, oh, she.
This is the most fun
totally
she's had
in
on
love
the
with
entire
him.
show.
Yeah, she's been in love
Totally
with him.
in love with him. I am an idiot.
You know, no, it's not an idiot. It's just like
I just felt like it was more of a.
friendship. Like,
it was like, it
respect
was
thing.
like the highest form of respect.
No, she wants
I
that
could give.
one-handed D, boy. She wants that one-handed
She
D.
got it.
Yeah.
She got
He's
it.
gonna use his one good hand.
Anyway, you were saying you feel like they did do her dirty.
Well, I just like, if you're gonna commit to the ship, as it were, of them being together, commit to it. Don't literally bang and then he's gonna leave like a day later.
Which he did.
Right.
But he's doing it probably to go take out his sister.
They made it, and they made it feel like it.
You got it.
They made it feel like it was an undoing of a part of her.
Yeah.
Not her character, but a part.
Like
of
this
her.
is like this is the end for Jaime and her. Like she got what she wanted, and now he's moving on. But like it's emotions. There's love.
Right.
there.
Yeah. For her,
Yeah.
and that's my problem is that like that's why I didn't want it to happen because I'm like he doesn't really like love her enough.
He was super
and
drunk.
And she loves him.
Yeah.
Like she loves him, and I'm like if he sleeps with her. He's not gonna stay, and he's gonna break her heart because he'll always love Cersei more. That's the thing.
And,
it's like, and
I did like
he voices that.
I did like his little speech.
I did too.
He's like,
but
"Yo, I've killed children and stuff for her." Like,
but it's the action of it that it's like we're gonna do this in this episode, and we're also gonna just destroy it.
It's like
too.
They wanted to have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah, and I think that's really devastating for this very powerful female character that
She's like almost relies on him.
She's brought low because of this.
Yeah. And that's why again I'm complicated.
Honestly, when I was watching the scene, I wanted her to have the strength of mind to recognize that Jaime was drunk and say, "This isn't the way I want this."
Yeah.
That's the Brienne I believed in to be present enough for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's not what happened. And I was like,
that's why I feel again with.
And
this,
I was like, and I was fine with it when Jaime's like, "I'm staying here with her."
Yeah.
But
that was
then,
cute. But then he leaves.
Then
he's like, "Oh no, I'll always do anything for
Is this-
Cersei."
No,
Like,
but
"Does
he doesn't leave to help Cersei. He leaves because he
Why not?
learned
He's gonna go kill Cersei.
he learned that Cersei.
Is this after the ambush?
This is after the ambush.
Okay, yeah.
This was after they learned of the ambush, and Jaime thinks long and hard. He's like, "No, Cersei needs to be put in check. She needs to.
Got a Queen Slayer."
I don't think he's going to I think he's going to save her. And I don't mean like in a fight for her way. I mean to get them to not kill her. I think he's going. He knows that what she did is now has put her head on the chopping block with Dany.
He has a child
and he
coming.
doesn't want her to die.
He has a child coming too.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to side with her, fight for her.
Yeah.
But he's going to go try and plead for her.
That's smart.
For her life. That's where he's going. Because his speech is, "I would do all these terrible things for Cersei."
I am
He's
hateful.
going to go do this.
And he
thing.
said, "I am hateful" or something.
I
right?
am hateful.
Yeah. Well, she is a hateful person, and so am I.
Yeah.
Because he told her that he pretty much told Brienne that he pushed Bran out the window.
Every
He did
terrible
tell
thing.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every terrible thing
And
he's done.
like, "Hey, I killed my own cousin."
A few of the terrible things he's done.
Very few of the terrible things he's done. But then he's like, "She's a hateful person, so am I." So I would,
That's his true
I
love.
would agree.
His sister is his true love. Yeah.
That's weird. I would agree that he is going down.
Welcome to 8 years ago.
Yeah, I would agree that he is going to go down to King's Landing. Not to say like
fight for her,
Yeah, he's going to go down there and be like, "Can you just like wait till after my kid is born?
I can
then
imagine
kill her."
I can imagine like
I don't even think it's just that. I think he's going to try the same way that Tyrion did. Like,
Yeah.
your reign is over, but this doesn't have to be the end of your life.
Yeah.
He's going to want that same thing.
Yeah.
Because as much as he knows she's bad, he loves her. That's it.
now. I agree. I think Jaime will go and confront her and do the same thing with Tyrion. Does Jaime die?
Totally.
I think he does. I think that's a noble end to this
Totally
this
does.
character who had a weird arc.
He dies, dying breath, kills Cersei in the process.
I don't know about that.
I'm thinking yes.
I don't think Jaime's the one who kills Cersei.
I don't think so either.
I'm feeling that it's going to be Poe.
I really want Tyrion
To
do
quote
it.
Kyball when he gave the
I
crossbow
know.
to
I
Bronn.
do think Cersei's the one who kills Jaime, though.
Yeah. I
But
think
I don't think he's the one who kills her.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't see it in this iteration of the show anymore.
The way it's
that
currently
doesn't
going?
mean that it won't happen. But I personally, I don't see that right now.
I'm putting my money on that one.
Okay, so Jaime is going to King's Landing.
I
The
did
Hound,
once upon a time.
Yeah. So the Hound also takes off on his own, but then someone joins him a little bit later.
Is it his
Arya.
Little
BFF?
Arya.
Best frenemies forever?
Yeah, they have a cute moment where
Yeah.
where
Do
he's
you
like,
think Arya gets to kill the Night King and Cersei?
yeah.
Oh, damn, you're right. Cersei
Honestly,
don't.
like any of the characters, like it. I would want it to be either Jaime or Tyrion for the poeticness of it.
Yeah.
Like she was just trying to kill both of them.
But Cersei was the first name on Arya's
Yeah.
list ever since the
It makes
beginning.
sense.
I think Cersei kills Arya too.
I don't think so.
I think Arya is. I love her as a character.
Yeah.
I think she's got an ego about herself,
Especially
how far she's
now.
come.
Especially
yeah,
now.
but not necessarily about the Night King. But I mean, like it's been building for a while. Like this kind of like I wonder what face death will take this time.
Yeah.
She's a badass, too. She's earned it.
100%.
Yeah.
But I do think that she will make a mistake.
You think, being too cocky, she's gonna pull a Viper?
Probably.
I will agree with that.
I think Cersei will outwit her.
Yeah.
And she just will be like, I can't believe that.
Yeah, and honestly, like it's weird to say like I would like Arya to die, but I think like her going out like a badass would be like the coolest possible death in this show because she really has been brought up to be the greatest warrior.
And I'll even go so far as to say that I think she'll wound Cersei either by taking something away from her, or literally wounding her.
She would kill the baby.
She'll probably stab
Maybe.
her. No, you know what? She'll probably stab her in the stomach.
Yeah.
And then
That's what I'm saying.
And then
That's what he's saying.
Kill the baby.
Yeah.
So I think that very well could happen, but I can very much
because we know the Mountain and the Hound have to
very
fight.
Oh, they're
much see
fighting.
Cersei outmaneuvering Arya and that being the end of her. I can see it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because she does say she doesn't plan to come back to Winterfell anytime soon.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's a
Because that is you say that when you're like, yo, Arya, I feel, is fully prepared to die.
Yeah.
She's fully prepared. She's like, I had people on my list.
Honestly,
There are names on my list.
After fighting...
Cersei's, besides the Hound, Cersei is the last one.
Yeah. I mean, after fighting the army of the Dead and the Night King, like, what's a regular person now? Like, she has no fear, probably.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm going to have to double check to see who is left on Arya's list, but besides the Hound and Cersei.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty damn sure that she's like, I feel like she's giving the Hound, like, you're fine, I'm not going to kill you, even though you were on my list. Because after all the time they traveled together.
Yeah, the Hound's fine.
Yeah.
But Cersei is obviously public enemy number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and to be honest with you, especially because they're going together, it wouldn't surprise me either if Arya's caught in a bad way because she tries to help the Hound.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like, she intervenes with the brother fight?
The Mountain.
Or even he's wounded, she's trying to help him out, and that puts her in the bad spot.
Oh, wait, the Mountain's on her list, too.
Okay.
I think.
Is he?
It's been a while.
I think there was only one Clegane.
Hold up, let me... it's not like I don't have a phone with the freaking internet on it.
Anyway.
So now can we talk about Varys and Tyrion? We haven't really talked about that much, right?
Yeah, so Tyrion found out from Sansa the truth about Jon.
Yeah.
And so, well, you know what? Real quick before we get into that, Tormund and Sam both say goodbye in this episode.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And that may or may not be permanent. I think Sam's probably is, like, I'm sure he'll show up in the last episode, but I think this is more or less a...
Yeah, Sam's our Bilbo.
I'm not a major player now. Goodbye. And that might be true of Tormund as well.
I agree. He's going up north. Yeah.
But who knows now, because he has, as far as we know, he hasn't left. He said he was going to leave when the winds of winter changed.
Is he going to be the Gandalf in this final fight? Do you think? Is that something you think?
The wildlings?
The Mountain's on there.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
So here's I just looked up here who's
left.
Who is left on Arya Stark's kill list? Sandor the Hound Clegane, Cersei Lannister, Ilyn Payne, Podrick Payne's brother, or I believe father.
Ooh.
He's the guy who swung ice to decapitate Ned
Yeah,
Stark.
but he died.
He's been dead for a long time.
Yeah,
she killed him in that brothel, right?
Oh no, it says it's possible he's still alive in King's Landing.
I thought she killed him in like the brothel.
Pretty
nope,
sure.
Nope, that was another guy.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think she killed him. I'm pretty sure Ilyn Payne is dead though.
Okay.
Well,
who's next?
Gregor with the Mountain.
Okay.
I haven't seen
And
Ilyn
that's
Payne
it.
in 2 seasons at least. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
When does this article come out? This article came out on May 5th, 2019.
There you go. Okay.
So it came out today.
Maybe that's just a loose thread we're never going to solve.
I rewatched the show right before this. I'm pretty confident Ilyn Payne is dead.
I think so.
Ilyn Payne was a silent one. He was that...
I remember who he was. I'm pretty confident he died. I'll look into it later, but I'm pretty confident of it.
Anyway, Ilyn Payne. Oh, we were talking about... I forgot because you brought up...
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Tormund said that he's not leaving Winterfell till the winds change.
Yeah.
So they're still in Winterfell at least.
Yeah.
So they're not out of the picture, which means he's at least still around for Brienne.
Yeah.
Because
God.
I still ship Tormund Brienne.
Maybe that's how we get our cake Anita too.
Because
she's there for her now.
Well, my cake never had to do with Jaime.
No, I know, but
so
listen,
it's like someone peed on my cake before I
listen,
died.
sometimes you want a blonde
gross.
vanilla cake. I'm just saying. He's got a great beard. I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
What, Tormund?
No, Jaime.
Okay.
I like Jaime's new look.
I mean, Jaime's cool.
Yeah. No, I know.
I think the way this was the Jaime Brienne thing was handled was poor.
Yeah.
I do think that it would have been a stronger choice for her to have recognized the drunkenness of Jaime and been like, "This isn't the way I want this."
I will say,
my bed,
they do show another shot of them after another night. So there are at least 2 sleeping incidents.
No, I know.
So I do think he does care.
I know, but I think that the strength of that choice would have spoken more volumes to her character for the long run of what happened in this episode.
Actually, for real though, maybe now Tormund will hop in. He's like, I actually really like you.
Yeah.
And she'll be
I
like,
actually think you're like a goddess among the...
Yeah.
I will build statues for you.
Anyway, so may or may not be out of it for the rest of the major arcs.
Yeah.
We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tormund again. I imagine we're not going to see Sam till the very end of the...
I agree. When he's writing The Hobbit.
Oh, yes. Samwell is just like...
Yeah.
Peace.
Varys, Tyrion.
Gilly's pregnant.
Yeah, Gilly's pregnant.
So, she's...
Like, the actress is clearly
she's
pregnant.
actually pregnant.
And Gilly is now
That's
pregnant
so smart.
also.
Yeah. And there's a great scene where Sam's like, well, there's not a lot of stuff to do in Old Town. And she's like, I think he knows how it works, dude.
I think he knows how this happened.
Yeah. That was a sweet goodbye.
Tyrion found out about Jon from Sansa, and he and Varys have talked about it now.
I love that. That's Varys. that's probably my favorite conversation because Varys is like, I want to be honest. We need to think about the future.
Yeah.
Do we need to?
Which is what he's always been minded about.
And it's awesome because Tyrion's like, you've always had your own goals, and when are you going to reveal to everyone what it is?
And for Varys is like, no, my goal has been to serve the realm.
Yeah, which I believe.
Yeah,
I believe. I think he's out for good.
Yeah,
and he's right. Jon is the better choice, and he makes the claim of like, maybe we have to kill Dany, and Tyrion's like, don't even.
I mean, he doesn't say it out loud.
He doesn't, but he does the. Yeah. And Tyrion's like,
well, because Tyrion says, "What about our queen?" And Varys just stands there like,
he looks right at the camera, like, yeah.
And then of course Tyrion. Well, there's that fight there's that conversation on the ship, and then the conversation in Dragonstone after.
They got wrecked.
They got wrecked hard.
Poor Rhaegal.
Rhaegal.
That dragon went down.
Really?
Jon Snow doesn't have a dragon no more.
Nope. Jon Snow. Nope. Which pisses.
They're gonna need a 2-seater on that last one on Drogon. 2-seater, yeah.
Which there were.
That shocked me. That actually shocked me.
That actually.
No, it did. That was when the episode suddenly got intense.
Yeah.
Just the second.
We were like, Game of Thrones!
This is what it's like again.
This is what I feel like the last episode should have been with, like, surprising character deaths. With, the first one, when Viserion died at the end of season 7.
And then his return immediately.
And his return as Icy Viserion. I'm like, no effing way.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's a dragon now. We have, okay, there are at least 2 dragons left. That's good. Both dragons survived the Battle of Winterfell, thank God. They're going to Dragonstone. Oh, that's their home base. Nope! Die, sucker! Yeah. You are down, bitch!
And I was waiting, because every episode with the intro has the giant catapult dragon gun. I'm like, where are we getting that?
And then
we knew it was going to come around again because we saw it in season 7.
Okay, yeah.
Bronn used it.
Almost shot a dragon.
Oh, that's right. Oh, in the train.
Oh no, got him.
Oh, he got him.
Yeah, he got him like right here.
Yeah, he shot.
Danny had to pull it out.
He shot the dragon. He didn't kill the dragon.
No.
You're on frickin' Greyjoy.
Kind of a badass.
For as much as I want that son of a bitch to die, is the only one who has killed a dragon in living memory.
He's my favorite Jack Sparrow.
To be fair, he was helped by like 3 other dudes who also shot at said dragon.
But he
got the focus.
He got the shot. He didn't get the kill shot, but he's being the cock.
His clout just went up a lot.
Oh yeah. He's like, yo, I made the first shot that probably was a fatal wound. I mean, it got him right. It got Rhaegal right.
Danny's gonna kill him hard.
Oh yeah. I'm like really okay with him burning alive.
For some reason, I just got an idea of Dany having brass knuckle dragon fists, where there's like dragon teeth. There's like boom, boom, but like then you have to carve it out of your dragon.
Rhaegal fell in the ocean, so she has to swim, pluck the teeth out, and swim back.
That was just a joke. Yeah.
No, well, hey, that's a good idea.
But
I like that idea.
Yeah, they got wrecked pretty hard, and they took Missandei.
Yeah. I really like the scene when Euron, that's his name, right?
Euron.
When he returns, and like he has this really awkward moment with Cersei where he's like trying to be passionate. He's like he goes in for a kiss, but he's like, no, we're not here yet. And I'm like, at least he's trying.
Kraken will rule the sea. The lion will rule the land.
That's some good shit.
Our child will rule over both.
I was like,
straight line to him. Straight line.
Oh man,
that's what lions do.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, what?
They're always lying around.
That's some cunning. There's a lot of cunning shit happening in this episode. With
and
all
of course, Kybal is just like, yeah.
So Cersei's plan is they won't attack if we bring in all the people.
So thousands of people are inside like the castle.
Which is actually really smart because she knows that she's like, I know these people hate me, but hey, I'm gonna keep them safe from the dragon.
Not gonna work so well now.
No,
not against Dany.
No, Dany doesn't give a fuck.
Because Dany's like, if the people know I gave her a chance and she said no, oops.
Yep. So they're like, hey, we're gonna send like a small force with Tyrion. Like, hey, sell Cersei, unconditional surrender. We'll let you live. We don't have to have bloodshed.
Yeah.
And they also have, I always get her name,
Missandei.
Okay. And they got her captured. So they go and they meet her at the castle gates. It's a really cool scene.
Oh, like when Tyrion because Tyrion and Kybal show up.
Yeah.
And they're trying to be like, surrender. And Kybal's like, hey,
I love
you
him.
Surrender. And Missandei lives.
Yeah, he's like, you.
They had that. I was like, because the second we saw Missandei up there standing by Cersei, we all knew she dead.
Yeah.
She is gonna die.
100%.
She is gonna get pushed up. No, that's not. She's gonna gets
I thought she was
stabbed.
gonna get punched. Yeah.
Well, that's not too, I don't think that's high enough to
question.
kill her.
I do question a little why Cersei didn't strike.
Yeah.
Just
Period.
a little.
More dramatic.
All of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They've got all the things for the dragon.
Yeah.
They've got them all up there. The dragon's off in the distance.
I'll tell you what. I had a thought, and and I don't know if it's true to the character, but for me, when she was staring at Tyrion, for a second she was like, "This is my family." Just for a second, and she's like,
Yeah.
"I'm not going to kill him yet. Like, I want to see what he has to say."
Yeah.
So I think, and that's his whole thing. Like, you're not a monster. Obviously, she is, but there's still the smallest aspect that like family's important, even if it's with the imp that she hates.
Yeah.
So I agree, but like
I think genuinely, I don't even think it's about family.
Yeah.
I think it's about that. Excuse me. There's a hair in my mouth. I think that she wants to drag this out and hurt all of them as much as possible.
No,
that makes sense.
She knew. I don't think it mattered. I think she knew. She's like, I'm gonna kill Missandei when this is done.
Yeah.
For Cersei,
I'm gonna make this as difficult as possible.
yeah, I have to say, Sparkz, that is easily what Cersei has done. Cersei loves to manipulate. Every single season of Game of Thrones has her manipulating, has her hurting someone in the most twisted and most agonizing ways.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, like, her most gruesome one was the long goodbye or the long farewell when she kissed the daughter of the one lady from Dorne.
From Dorne.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oberyn's widow.
One of the Sand Snakes.
Yeah, she kissed one of the Sand Snakes. Is like, hey,
you're gonna watch your daughter die slowly.
Yeah, kind of like he's like, hey, you did this to my daughter Marcella, so screw you.
Yeah.
You do the same.
Right. Oh, are we gonna have a scene?
Or even then when
she's still alive or down
even,
there.
Yeah,
she's keeping her alive. And just making her watch her corpse rot.
The nun who shamed her.
Shame.
Yeah, she's like, because she was like, oh, I'm ready to die, and she's like,
let the mountain play with her.
Yeah, and she's like, oh no, you're not gonna die yet.
Yeah,
you will die eventually, but not yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the reason why Cersei, because I had a feeling like you could just
she's malicious,
shoot those arrows and just kill that dragon.
It's too quick.
Yeah, she's kind of like the Joker in a way.
Chaos, yeah.
Well, remember that line where the Joker says the reason why he uses guns is because, or why he uses knives because guns are too quick.
Yeah.
He uses a
knife. in that sense. But there's an emotional attachment and payoff to. She enjoys the suffering.
Yeah. She's sadistic. She's insane. Yeah.
Speaking of suffering, can someone pick up that phone? Because I called it about Braun. Braun of the Blackwater.
No, I know you're not the only person on the planet who called him.
But still,
I didn't expect Tyrion and Jaime to straight up die right there.
But
like,
still,
I knew he was going to talk out of it.
I did say he was going to do the better offer.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I knew it. I had a feeling.
Yeah,
because I was actually that whole scene with Tyrion and Jaime in that inn or in that room,
nice.
And then Braun shows up with the crossbow pointed at him. I'm thinking, I was kind of like, ooh,
it was tense.
Is he gonna do it or is he not gonna do it?
Yeah. I don't love the writing of just like, you wanted a castle, I'll give you a bigger castle. Like that's just like how can't just guarantee that. Like I wish
I wish I felt Braun felt weird.
He felt like you know what he felt like? So you know how like this is gonna be a weird comparison, like the Marvel or origin movies, there's a lot more character, but then when the Avengers, they're like very focused on what the character is. This is like, if you've never seen Game of Thrones, this is the Bran's character to a T, but it's so much. I keep calling Bran Braun. It's so much of his personality. Like, I don't give a fucking. I love fucking. It's like so much of like, oh, you're really hardcore being your character right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like.
Also he was pissed off because Jaime promised him a castle, he didn't get his castle.
Yeah. No, I know.
He was promised a whole bunch of stuff, didn't get it.
And Highgarden's kind of a big deal.
He keeps getting promises, and then Tyrion's like, "Hey, if someone tries to kill me, I'll pay him double. I'll pay you double." He's like, "All right, what's double then Riverrun? How about Highgarden?"
Yeah, it's
because he wanted Highgarden in the first place.
I think he's pulling Captain Marvel because he's like, "I'm going to show up for the scene, and then I'm going to leave. Bye." And I'm like, are you not going to stick around for it? So you're just going to show up for your...
I think we're going to see him again.
Because he can't go back to King's Landing.
Yeah.
No.
At this point.
But I just don't like that he's like,
Cersei's already seen that Tyrion's alive, so it's like Braun's not doing his part.
That's true, yeah. So yeah, he's literally riding on, Cersei better lose or I'm fucked. Yeah.
Well, he knows Cersei is dead. Well, he even claims, like, I knew Cersei was dead the moment I saw the dragons.
Yeah.
So,
now we're one dragon less.
Yeah.
They can take out those dragons pretty easily.
Yeah.
He even pointed out that, like, Cersei's chances get better the more like important people he could take out along the way.
And he really is like, especially after this scene, like he is out for himself.
Yeah.
As much as I wanted to believe, like, he's friends with them, which I appreciate, he is true to his word. Like, he is a sellsword.
I think he is only as emotionally upset because he cares about them. And he's like, look, you gotta give me something or I gotta kill you.
There you go, yeah. Yeah, that's good. I'll agree with that.
You got to. I'm trying to
save you.
I'm trying to give you the way, but, like,
help you.
It didn't come out in the writing the best way, I felt.
I'll agree with that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the scene with Tyrion and Cersei where he's trying to talk her out, like,
it was good.
That's some of the best acting. He's I was forgetting everyone's names right now. What's his name?
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Thank you. I think that's some of the best acting he's done, at least this season, because like it's
he hasn't been given a lot this season.
He's got to be old drunk Tyrion, which has been fun. But like to have a real heart to heart where he's like, after everything we've been through, please have a heart. And she doesn't, and that's so heartbreaking. Because how many times can you try to save your family member? How many times?
So many times.
Yeah.
And
well, he's not even trying to save her.
He's trying to save. Sorry.
He's like, I want to save your kid.
Yeah.
I want to save the people of King's Landing.
Yes.
You're not gonna let me.
Yeah.
And then
this is all gonna
again.
burn.
Also, Kyber, like he's awesome because he's like, yeah, Tyrion, like I'm just the mouth of the queen. I don't have anything.
And he gets done with it. He's like, okay, I'm not doing this.
He's awesome because he's just like, yeah, I don't really care, man. I'm here to do what I need to do.
Yeah.
I reanimate corpses, whatever.
As we understand it, she's the one true king, and he's like queen, and he's like, okay,
yeah, whatever,
get out of here, man.
Yeah,
I'm not dealing with you.
I really like that guy a lot.
Yeah.
He's just like so like nonchalant, like yeah, I'm working for an evil woman, whatever.
Yep.
Listen to her. She is the true queen. And he's like, dude,
come on, you can't believe that.
Who are you kidding?
Oh, there's the line where he's like, it's about like burning children. Like I don't want to hear burning children. He's like, burning children sucks.
He's like, yeah, it's not a pleasant sound.
He's like, no, but I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
He's just like,
and Kaiba's just like,
yeah, I've heard it before.
It's not pleasant. It is not pleasant. I don't like it.
I like that.
And he's like, I don't want to hear it. He's like.
He's super twisted.
We have to hear it.
What's best about it is that before Tyrion says that, there's a pause and he's like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Like, what?
And then Kaiba's just like,
yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah,
man, Kaiba is one of those psychos that's like a silent
I forgot he has like an army of murder children, too.
Well, he has his own little birds.
Yeah, I like that.
He's evil children.
Yeah, he's evil Varys.
Evil Varys.
Yeah, he is evil Varys.
I don't think he has the best foresight like Varys did.
No. Yeah. He seems to very much live in the moment. Like I'm the hand of the queen. I'm living large.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Missandei gets.
Oh yeah, Missandei.
Yeah. Gregor cuts her. Grey Worm watches. Grey Worm.
I think that's a well done death.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt the impact. Even though she didn't really do anything in the last couple episodes. Like I thought it was a well done. Like it being in the back, like the out of focus. And then and then you see Tyrion and her head and her corpse separated out of focus. I'm like, that's good.
No, also, even
it's sad.
right before Rhaegar died, they're on the boat to Dragonstone. They're holding hands, and he's like all smiling.
That's how I knew it was going to happen.
In Winterfell, he tells her like, after we're done, and Daenerys takes it. Let's just go around. Let's just go back to your home. Let's just go sail around. Be us. Let's have a good time. Let's retire.
Yeah, she wasn't given a lot of good play this season.
Yeah.
I
don't like. It's weird.
But I'm sad that she died.
Yeah.
And I think I felt her character death more than.
And now that she's
this season.
Now that she's dead, I'm thinking Grey Worm is gonna die too.
I don't know. Because honestly, I thought it'd been one or the other.
He's definitely gonna fight. To kill some people.
Yeah. He is gonna.
Oh, I was gonna say, the scene where Tyrion's walking up and all the archers are pointed. That was more tense than the entire last battle. The Battle of Winterfell.
Well, because you knew there were stakes on the line, and it, like a lot of the last battle, unfortunately, just didn't make us feel like there were real stakes on the line. Because it at a certain point, it became. Towards the end of that episode, it became so overwhelming,
like gratuitous almost.
Like there's so much that so many characters are in danger that it's like there's no way you're killing all these people. So I know something's about to change.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And not to bring up the last episode too much, but like I talked about before we recorded, like man, honestly, if that episode didn't happen and they just changed a little bit of how their armies got dwindled, that episode is completely pointless to the entire and a lot of the Night King stuff. Honestly,
except for ending the White Walkers.
Yeah, except for ending the Walkers, but like. You could have easily had that ambush just be a bigger ambush to take out a lot of the army, and like that entire because from episodes 1 and 2 to 4, that's a perfect through line for me of character stuff, and then 3 is the one that gets in the way, and it's a problem.
But you had to.
Have that, and it was like, man, I kind of just wish all that shit wasn't there
I mean, honestly, it would have been different because 1 and 2 was them preparing for the battle. In
No,
the
I
North.
know.
They wouldn't have been all the way up there preparing.
And
for
again,
a fight with her.
all that prep for a quote unquote meaningless battle, and then we have like this one scene between a brother and a sister where one could die, and I'm like, this is what I wanted. This is the way I was supposed to be feeling in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was because we talked about it before. I was kind of scared about the future of Thrones, of Game of Thrones, and this episode. It veered back on track. I'm like, all right, political intrigue, people vying for power. This is why I watch the show.
And the surprise death.
And
I was not, because it was all like, oh, look at Majestic Dragon shots. We've done Majestic Dragon flying shots before. Arrow to the
honestly,
ballista to the chest.
A fake CGI dragon was more impactful for me than a lot of the season so far. And I'm
like not to harp on the mishandling of the Night King ending episode, but yes,
yeah. I'm just glad I liked this episode as much as I did.
So the next episode looks like the war, the last war,
yeah. Oh, what's her great line? Like, we finished the Great War. Now it's time for the last war.
Now it's time to end the last war. We won the Great War. Time to win the last war.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know because Dany's army is not ready.
Nope.
They're tired.
Yep.
They don't really want to go, but they're going. So I'm like, ooh, they're one dragon less. Ooh, what's gonna happen? It's interesting.
Varys, Tyrion, a bunch of people know
there could
Jon
be an amount of time and rest that happens before that episode.
There wasn't any travel in the preview, right? I don't think of armies.
Jon and the army are now there, and they didn't come this episode.
Oh, yeah.
So there can be some time.
Okay, yeah.
So there's potentially something.
The scene that I was gonna like. I wonder if there's. I would really want this. I want a scene of Jaime confronting Cersei. And then Euron shows up going like, get out of here. Like, she's my queen. This is my baby. And Jaime's like, Cersei, are you kidding me? And then he reveals to Euron, and Euron's like, oh, what? Oh, this sucks. F you, Cersei. And I hope there's like a huge, they're all like, oh, this is so much drama. Like, I hope that small scale battle happens.
You know what? I really hope that happens too.
Yeah, because like Jaime's like, oh, you think that's your son? That's my sister, and that's my baby.
Yeah, I would really like it. Well,
that's so
Euron
Jerry,
dude, I'm not even joking. That's like exactly what I was thinking in my head.
Euron does go up to. Well, Euron knows that Jaime and Cersei were boning.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that's his baby.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's talking about.
Like, I'm gonna put a prince in you, and Cersei confirms that. Like, our baby's gonna rule the world. Like, that's gonna ruin Jaime's day. That's gonna ruin Euron's day, and she's like, ooh, I made a mistake.
Yeah, you did.
I'm excited for that more than any battle, to be honest.
Oh man, that's gonna be like Jerry Springer.
Seriously,
if Euron survives the Dragon Queen to get to that moment.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Which he's targeted. So.
Oh yeah. There's.
I always love that Dany is always like my children. Like she's never like it's a dragon, it's an animal. Like no, that's my child. Yeah. Like I lost a child. I'm like I feel it, girl. That's sad. Yeah.
Well, because in many ways, like when she got the dragons, she had just lost the child she was meant to have, and she got the dragons. So I understand it.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It looks like it's gonna be nuts.
I'm like I said,
Do we think the majority of the war kind of ends in the next episode?
The next episode, no.
I would. What has happened in past Thrones episodes is that the second to last episode is the big battle.
Yeah.
As it's the biggest one. Like look at back on season 6 with the battle.
I'm not saying like the fight with Cersei is done.
Yeah.
But I do think like the main part of armies fighting about it is probably done by the time we're at the end of the next episode.
The next episode is gonna be the last war.
I forget there's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah. Cersei's probably gonna somehow slink out. Someone is gonna be like, Dany might sit on the throne. But then the last episode is all the political intrigue. I'm not going to make throne or Iron Chair predictions yet.
Neither
am I. But I'm just saying, the last episode is going to be where all the major backstabbing and the supremely surprise death is going to happen.
Yeah.
Not to say that the episode beforehand is going to also have surprise death. Because if we look back on track record, season 1, episode 9 is when Ned Stark lost his head.
Yeah. A lot of the episode.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this episode, it's gonna be bloody.
But
we're gonna see a lot.
I wonder if it's because it's an accelerated season. Like they kind of like the last 2 episodes are kind of like a big finale.
Like just in reference to like what we've talked about. I believe the Hound and the Mountain fight.
Yeah.
This next episode, I don't think that's safe for the last episode.
Yeah.
If Arya is gonna go for Cersei, I think that happens, and I think.
Okay.
I think potentially she's.
So
killed.
yeah, I was just thinking this. Yeah, I agree. I want most of the battle stuff to be over. Because I just want all the rest of the shows to be people talking to each other. Because that's what I love. And, like, I want to see all of the conflicts coming together. Like, I want Cersei and everyone to have those political talks. Like, we're gonna have a big battle. Like, we just had one. I don't need another one. I'm here for the politics, baby.
Yeah.
So, I do hope the battle ends next episode. Yeah. I hope it's not the entire thing again.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be. We saw what it looks like.
How do you want Cersei to die? I don't mean who do you want to kill her. How do you want her to die? Because I just thought, if she were captured at the end of the next episode, like isolated, unable to do anything,
Just like locked in a cage and forgotten?
locked in a cage till she's able to give birth.
Oh, okay.
So not killing her unborn child with her, and then public execution.
Ooh, that's rough.
Ooh.
Make the people know. Make her confess her crimes.
Shame.
Be like, you're dying. What do you want to say? And she's like, let her spill it.
Oh yeah, like we're gonna So like
the way that Joffrey framed, or the way that she framed Ned Stark. To confess his crimes.
That's smart. Yeah, like lock her up and then like the day that she gives birth, like today's your execution day.
Yeah.
Like hours after she's
That's
given
awesome.
birth. Ooh.
I don't think that'll happen. I do think she might just die.
Right.
So let's get moited. But that's awesome. I wish that would happen.
I think she is gonna die and her unborn child are gonna die.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna. I have a feeling that either Arya's gonna stab.
Because
I personally want
she's
Jaime to kill her.
arguably the worst person.
Oh,
in,
easy.
in the show. So like,
Easy.
I feel like a brutal.
Oh yeah.
Like comeuppance death is coming. And I think like just being stabbed or something is too simple.
Part of me had a thought of how do I really want Cersei to die?
Jaime.
That's how I want, or I'm also okay with Arya killing her, scratching her name off the list, but like maybe because after seeing Rhaegal die, I have a feeling that Drogon's not going to survive this.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe he does. I would love to see a dragon left in the world, but how poetic would it be if Drogon just rips her to shreds and just eats her?
Yeah,
that would be the better
brutal.
fate of Euron, I think.
Yeah,
than
that
her.
too.
I think Cersei has to be more personal. If she's going to be killed by someone, it has to be a
But
personal
other than
touch.
that, you just like what the poison? No, she's not gonna.
Let's hypothetically say that Jaime doesn't like bite it before Cersei, and let's go with that public execution idea. He's the one who's got to swing that sword.
That's great.
Ooh,
that's amazing.
That is a good.
I've seen a theory. Somehow Jaime dies, and then Arya wears his face, and she tricks Cersei into letting Jaime get close.
That's a fascinating theory.
And then like she rips the mask off, and it's like.
That's a good one.
That's been going on for a while. I'm like, but that means Jaime would have to die.
I have a hard time believing it because Cersei is done with Jaime.
Yeah.
I think she's ready to kill him on sight. I don't think anything can turn her from that at this point.
Yeah. I'm imagining the Walder Frey moment and how awesome that is, and like the scale of that with Cersei. I'm like, man, that would be cool. But yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I like that, Jaime.
In fact, that might be how Arya bites it. That's the cockiness.
Oh,
she thinks that'll work, and she doesn't care. She doesn't
know where Jaime and Cersei are in their relationship, so she assumes she's gonna love
that
him.
she can pull this off.
So yeah,
and Cersei takes him down.
And
so we think Jaime dies, but it's really Arya dying.
Yeah. But Jaime has to be dead for his face to be used.
Yeah.
So he would have to die still.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got some crazy shit.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's so weird because like 5 days ago I was like,
see, I could see that as the cockiness that undoes her.
Yeah. Next Sunday is gonna be, man, that's gonna be a good one.
All right, well, we will check back in next Sunday after the penultimate final episode for Game of Thrones.
I'm so bummed out.
Second to last.
Yeah.
And then it's over.
Yep.
So obviously check us out on YouTube. We're here at the Fake Nerd Podcast channel. We are doing Fake Nerds Watch till Game of Thrones is over, and then
we'll watch something else.
Potentially in the future, yes.
Yeah.
We're also, you guys are doing Basement Arcade.
Video game stuff, baby.
Give that some love, please.
Shadow of the Colossus.
And our regular podcast now drops here on YouTube at the same time that it now drops on our regular podcast feed. You can find Fake Nerd Podcast, iTunes,
Spotify, Stitcher,
all that good stuff. You can find our podcast there. You can find Ryan at
DJ Tony Snark at everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Magnet 27.
Yep, and I'm Sparkz Witty on Instagram, SPARKZ Witty. So that'll do it.
Until then,
check us out.
Our watch is over.
Comment, say whatever. Stay fake, nerds.